audio is acting so weird today. So, I'm by myself. As you can see, Jamie's window has been cut off. I think my tea is starting to brew, so it might be a little loud. I apologize for that. It doesn't look like it's getting picked up on the audio. I'm actually going to... I think I'm supposed to be hearing this. Let me pull it up on my phone real quick. Might be having audio issues. I've been having some computer issues all day, and I don't know why. Ba-ba-bum. Oh, I bet someone messed with my shot. What if I turn my gain up? Nope, nothing. Why is it being so weird? Ugh. Turn that up. Don't know. Don't know what the problem is. I know that I'm gonna edit all this out. So if you're watching, sorry. I'm trying to figure out. I just don't. Is it too quiet? If you're watching, can you comment on this and let me know if I am too quiet or if you can hear me just fine? Because by my end, it looks like there's an issue, but there might not be an issue. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can, y'all. By myself. Trying to figure out how all this stuff works. This is... I don't know. Okay. Here we are. Welcome to Spilling My Usual Tea. This is a live stream where we get deep and down into the depths of everything, of all things bookish. Usually I have my ever so loving husband here, but he is out today, and it is just me, myself, and I. The last book we really tried to read or did read was Wife on Contract. I have it somewhere. Which was a Harlequin romance novel, which was published in 1980. Those were really well known for the time of being like kind of the romance novels for women. We've always grandma romance novels. You see your grandparents with them. You could see your mother with them. That's just what they read. Obviously, between now and then, the book culture has flourished and women are a lot more open about what they're reading. There is a lot less fade to black, and we get a lot more of the details of people and what they're doing. I'm here for it. I think most people are here for it. We are trying to decide today what the next book is going to be. So you're going to see me kind of looking around at my screens while I'm reading the information. I have a list of books, potential books I wanted to read. And this is kind of going to give audience the opportunity to also be... Oh no, where'd my list go? Bro. Y'all... It like straight up... Oh, it's right here. Huh. It's just in a different window. I was about to be real worried. I was like, no. I could easily remake the list, don't get me wrong. However, I did not want to do that today. to put in input for these books. So I figured what I'd do is I'd go through and kind of read off the list. I did a little bit of research. These are books that are kind of on my TBR. They are a lot more smut related. The last few books that we've read on Spilling My Usual Tea have been more romance or not even romance novels. That was not on purpose. And so I wanted to get something. I'm gonna put my tea in my teapot. It's gonna be a little loud. I'm sorry. I wanted to get a little. I wanted to get back towards my original, what I usually read, what I go through and pick up on a regular basis. So some of these are books that I have heard of before and have wanted to read, but they never actually like made it to my TBR list. Or books, these are books that are off of my TBR list, and then I've got some that I've just kind of found today. And wanted to talk about. Where's the lid? Oh, there it is. So we'll get into it. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 books that I am going to consider for this. Again, I don't know which one we're going to do. And this will be kind of the book we got a puppy. You have got to be kidding me. You got another dog? I'm sorry. Let me get on to my... Is that what was on Snapchat? Fucking derailed. Rachel. Rachel. Warren. Did you let your mom talk you into getting a dog? We found her on a route. Oh my lord. I guess it's a good thing that Rigby is fixed. She's cute. I guess. Her name is Bonnie. She is going to be a big fucking dog. Super cute. You guys are crazy. Better you than me. Because the likelihood of Madison trying to take a dog home. Great. Ooh. And she's going to shed. Better start taking your allergy meds. He is regretting. Sure, fuck yeah, I bet he is regretting. You guys are gonna have to go through the whole potty training thing again? Oh, God. You were gonna have to house train another dog. That involves getting a whole nother kennel. Oh, the vet bill, girl. It could not be me, man. Super cute, happy for you. But good luck with that. I'm gonna stick to my books and my cheesecake and my tea and vibe here with not having to. Man, you aren't gonna be able to leave that dog alone. You're not going out anytime soon. Y'all just picked up another baby. That's what y'all did. Have fun with that. Come on, baby. Anyway. could always find her a new home. You don't have to keep her. But you are going to have to, like, go. It's like potty. Oh, God. The thought. Ugh, the thought of having to go through potty training another dog all over again. And the chewing of the shoes. Not that Rigby has never stopped doing that. And now it's going to be shedding, Great Pyrenees, and German Shepherd. That's crazy. That is a lot of hair. It's a lot of dog. You're going to have to get her fixed because she'll have a period. You're crazy. You're crazy. It's fine. I'm gonna books. Let's find some books. Because you're gonna be at home now with a lot of time. Because you're gonna be taking care of this new dog. Segue. See that? Watch me segue. Anyway, so 2, 4, 6, 7 books. I do have one book I would like to talk about that I have heard. This is not a smut novel. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it has been raved about from multiple book talk users. It won the Goodreads Choice Award in 2014. So this book, which was the year it got published, so it's been out a while. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because the last couple books that we've tried reading before Wife on Contract have been science fiction, big sci-fi books. And I didn't realize until today that this book is science fiction. So this is called Red Rising by Pierce Brown. It is labeled their first genre. The first genres is science fiction, fantasy fiction, dystopia. It is a young adult novel. I'm putting it on my own radar by talking about it tonight because I've heard it's really good, that it's just going to be one of those books that kind of pull you in and don't let you go, which I'm pretty into. I saw it described as a like Hunger Games but in space kind of thing. I really like the trials and kind of tournaments. It's not something I want to read all the time, but it is something I do enjoy. So this, the synopsis of this one is, it's kind of long. Bear with me. I don't have Jamie here to help me with words, so we might have to struggle through something. I don't know yet. I haven't even read it. So, Darrow, D-A-R-R-O-W, is a red, a member of the lowest caste in the color-coded society of the future. Like his fellow Reds, he works all day, believing that he and his people are making the surface of Mars livable for future generations. Yet he toils willingly, trusting that his blood and sweat will one day result in a better world for his children. But Darrow and his kind have been betrayed. Soon he discovers that humanity reached the surface generations ago. Vast cities and lush wilds spread across the planet. Darrow and Reds like him are nothing more than slaves to the decadent ruling class. Inspired by a longing for justice and driven by the memory of lost love, Darrow sacrifices everything to infiltrate the legendary institute, a proving ground for the dominant gold caste, where the next generation of humanity's overlords struggle for power. He will be forced to compete for his life and the very future of civilization against the best and most brutal of society's ruling class. There, he will stop at nothing to bring down his enemies, even if it means he has to become one of them to do so. Again, it sounds very interesting. It is. We were kind of looking for a science fiction book to get into. That being said, it's written by a male. It is not really a romance book from what I've heard, though still very good. And I'd like to just kind of keep it on the back burner. That way, if we decide that we need a palate cleanser, one might say, it's on there. Now, for those of you who are in Sneaky Wink, which is our monthly book club, I don't really do the books for Sneaky Wink on here. Just because we have those discussions. Now, we have talked about doing those discussions on not streaming those anymore. And with that, we're not going to use those books as palate cleansers. I'm not going to really discuss I'm not really going to discuss those books on here unless for some reason I know that I am not going to be discussing them on Sneaky Wink, or we're not having a discussion for Sneaky Wink in person. Then I might go ahead and get on here and discuss it, just so that we do still have some kind of ongoing opinions onto the books that we are reading. I'm pouring my tea. I'm doing like 3 things at once, so I feel a little scatterbrained. Usually I've got Jamie here to kind of keep me on track, but that's not happening today. Tell me your kids have been in your stuff. Lack of sugar cubes. But the thing is I have a box down here that has some in there. Maybe. Yeah, it still does. Ha 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 ha! It's got 5. I only need 1. So, put sugar cubes on my grocery list. Anyway. Wow. So, back to the list. Now that I am thoroughly distracted by something else. The first book that I would like to consider reading for Spilling My Usual Tea, is called Never Keep. This is on my TBR. It might also be on the list for Sneaky Wink. I'm not positive. It is by Caroline Peckman and Suzanne Valentine. I don't know. I'm butchering it. I apologize. I doubt the author will ever see this, but I do apologize. It is written by the same authors who have written the Zodiac Academy series. I'm not sure. I've read the first one of that series. Never made it to the next ones. I'm not sure if this follows a very similar kind of storyline, if it's in an academy setting. But I apparently had seen it at some point and was like, this sounds interesting. Let's get into this. So it was published in 2024. It's got a 4.03, so it's got 4 stars out of 5 on Goodreads. Let's get into the synopsis. The dragons are lost. The elements are at war. Enlisting isn't optional. And I am falling for a man who wants me dead. Okay? I'm a wielder of hearts and summoner of corruption. Heir to nothing and born to a fool in the wrong damn month. Damn. But I'm also one of the only 2 fae in this divided land of hellions who might be starting to see through the lies we've swallowed for so long. And the year we turn 21, conscripts from across the warring nations of air, fire, earth, and water are sent to Neverkeep, the only place in our besieged continent where our magic can be awakened. Okay, so it does kind of follow the same kind of academy vibe of Zodiac. Got it. But something is wrong inside Neverkeep. Something which might extend far beyond the reaches of our desolate fortress. Within the Gothic walls of this frigid castle in the snow, we're left to hold our own against the brutal Fae from opposing lands. The Reapers are merciless. The Royals are lying. The werewolves run rampant, and the vampires roam the wastelands in bloodthirsty covens. But even though death lurks in every shadow of the keep, it's the least of my worries. I'm delving into secrets the stars don't want me uncovering, making alliances with Fae born to be my enemy, falling for a sinner while promising my heart to a different heathen, and somewhere amid it all, I'm supposed to win a war. I thought the only thing I had to do was survive my magical instruction. Turns out, fate doesn't favor the wicked. I mean, it sounds really good. But that's just me. Like, I thought I would really like it, so it's on my list. So, again, it's up for debate. I want to read it. I have it on the list that maybe we'll pick it and start reading it for Spilling My Usual Tea to just start the discussion on Thursday. Not sure yet. Haven't decided. Let's go on to the next one. The next one is called Blood and Betrayals by Janette Rose. Let's look this one up. I saw this one on a list. I have never even looked into it. The person who did a review on it really kind of grabbed my attention, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and put this on the list. So I don't actually have this on either of my TBRs. It looks like it's another Academy book. Dark Academia. That's what they're calling them. Oh, Lord, I'm going to butcher some names. Sorry, I apologize in advance. I can't help it. I'm but a poor woman. Anyway. So this is called Blood and Betrayals. Ooh, the tea is so good. I'm sorry, there is nothing better than like a hot cup of tea. It's got this book has a 3.94, so almost 4 out of 5 stars. It was published March 23rd of 2025, so it's almost a year old. I beg your pardon? It says that it's 1,000 pages long. No, it's not. No, it's not. 1,000? No, it's not. I think that just might be. I don't believe it, obviously. I'm getting on yet another platform to see what it says it is on here. Show me 714 pages long. Okay. That's a whole, like, 300 less pages. Kindle Unlimited. Oh, sorry. It is on Kindle Unlimited, though. So, if you have that, you'll be able to read it for free. Anyway, let's get back into it. I'm sorry. I saw 1,000 pages and I was like, this is not alchemized. Let's see where we're going with this. So, again, I don't know anything about this book. I've never read the synopsis before. Looks like it's a dark academia book. It's fantasy. It says it's fantasy, romantasy. Right up my alley. It's got 2 authors, Janette Rose and Alexis Rune. Looks like it's a series. So, fear, fury, and fire. To know is not enough. Power flows through the ancient halls of Avalon University like a never-ending flood. Admission to this elite institution enables students to hone their magic under the watchful eye of their icy headmaster. Summer Tuatha, Tuatha, Dan, planned to slide through her tenure at Avalon unnoticed and inconspicuous. She had no interest in learning more about her past or why someone applied to the school on her behalf. That's never a good sign. Her emotional walls keep everyone at bay. Of course they do. And her sharp tongue makes people give her a wide berth. Yet despite her best attempts, her emotional armor begins to melt from her feral vampire roommate to the angelic senior who's never dissuaded by her feigning disinterest. So wait, is there two of them or one of them? Sounds like there's two of them. Maybe this could be good for her, a new life. Yet dark secrets lurk in the halls of Avalon. And soon, those same halls are drenched in blood. Summer finds herself as the obsession of a sadistic stalker with the 7 lessons to learn. With help of her new friends, she races against the clock to solve the mystery, hoping to save lives and catch the killer before it's too late. Again, it sounds really interesting. How are we going to pick, y'all? Or how am I going to pick? I don't know. This is why I need Jamie here. So, again, this one also sounds interesting. This is... Sorry, I started drinking my tea and then all of a sudden I am super exhausted. I think I liked Never Keep more than that one. So the next one that I had kind of picked out is called Feathers So Vicious. Now, I have read this before. It's been a minute. And I remember really liking it. It's got a 4.1 on Goodreads. This one is 414 pages. Came out in 2023. Again, it's another fantasy novel. Obviously, I've been feeling a certain kind of way if all I picked was fantasy novels. I don't think all I picked was fantasy novels. I'm looking over here. I don't think they're all fantasy. But you can never go wrong with a little bit of fantasy. Or a shifter. In my opinion. Okay. Again, this is Feathers So Vicious by Liv Zander. More treacherous than war are the battles within a heart. Perched between branches and shadows, we watch, we scheme, fighting for a kingdom forgotten and forlorn, until we rip her away with our claws, our prisoner, our pawn, our plaything. She's innocent and pure, fragile and helpless, but oh so guilty by blood. She calls us beast, wicked and evil, vicious and cruel. We are all that and worse. One of us offers her shelter beneath his wings, whispering promises of pleasure, seeking redemption. The other longs to shatter her into a million pieces, whispering promises of pain, seeking revenge. Caught between our feathers, she endures our deranged desires, our secrets, our lies, our twisted plans. Will she surrender to our darkness or fight for a destiny growing ever elusive? Welcome to the Court of Ravens, Little White Dove. So this is a book. This is book 1 of the Court of Ravens duet. It is a 2-part story featuring 2 morally gray raven shifters. Now, I will say from what I remember, this is not like a funny shifter novel. I know it says that they're ravens. It is not taken with satire. It is as serious as a fantasy novel can get, I guess. So don't think that it's going to be like a comedic read. Can't stop yawning and I'm sorry you have to look at it. Okay, the last letter is the next one. by, by Rebecca Yarros, who is, of course, famously the author of Fourth Wing. This is not a fantasy novel. It is a fiction novel. I think I've read the synopsis on here before. Not positive, but I think I did. Checking my window, sorry. I don't remember. I know I've talked about it. And this one is supposed to be a little tragic. It's a contemporary romance, a military fiction. It was published in 2019. Again, it's written by Rebecca Yarros. She is famously the Fourth Wing author, or author of Fourth Wing, sorry. So I know that she is a good writer. I don't know if I am feeling, after reading the others, or the other ones, if I'm feeling more of a realistic fiction or if I want to do a fantasy novel. But here is the synopsis of this one. This has a 4.5 rating. Beckett. If you're reading this, well, you know the last letter drill. You made it. I didn't. Get off the guilt train, because I know that if there was any chance you could have saved me, you would have. The one thing I need for you, get out of the army and get to Telluride. Could be saying that wrong. My little sister Ella's raising the twins alone. She's too independent and won't accept help easily, but she has lost her grandmother, our parents, and now me. It is too much for anyone to endure. It is not fair. And here's the kicker. There's something else you don't know that's tearing her family apart. She's going to need help. So if I'm gone, that means I can't be there for Ella. I can't help them through this, but you can. So I'm begging you, as my best friend, go take care of my sister, my family. Please don't make her go through it alone. Ryan. Ugh. I know it's gonna tear me apart and spit me back out again. It is 426 pages. I'm going to read this eventually. I don't know when. It's on my list. These are all on my lists. How am I going to pick? Is anyone watching? Anyone have any opinions on these books? Did anyone give a shit? Sorry, I got a little dramatic there. Let's see. The next one is called Flock. Flock by Kate Stewart. Oh, gosh. There's that, what I'm drinking, the tea I'm drinking tonight is a sweet, or, well, it's kind of sweet. It's a vanilla chai mix. Don't know the caffeine content. Won't matter. I'm going to go to bed after this anyway. But it is so good. Okay. So this is called Flock. It's by Kate Stewart. It's got a 4.09 rating. I've read Kate Stewart before. Not this book in particular, but I have read her before. She is very, in my experience, very spicy. So I expect that this one will be a lot more smut related. So, let's get up with this one. Can you keep a secret? I grew up sick. Let me clarify. I grew up believing that real love stories include a Matri. I don't know what this word is. Give me a second. Let me figure it out because I feel like an idiot. Martyr. Oh, so off. Yeah, you know. I don't claim to be any smarter than I am. Okay. I grew up believing that real love stories include a martyr or demanding great sacrifice to be worthy. Because of that, I believed it because I made myself believe it, and I bred the most... What is with me? This is the word for when you like pain. Masochistic. I got there. I'm sorry. Of romantic heart, which resulted in my illness. So are you actually sick, or are you just okay? Anyway, when I lived the story, my own twisted fairy tale, it was unbeknownst to me at the time because I was very young and naive. I gave in to temptation and fed the beating beast, which grew thirstier with every slash, every strike, every blow. Triple Falls wasn't at all what it seemed, nor were the men that swept me under their wing. But in order to keep them, I had to be in on their secrets. Secrets that cost us everything to keep. That's the novelty of fiction versus reality. You can't relive your own love story, because by the time you've realized you're living it, it's over. At least that was the case for me and the men I trusted my foolish heart to. Looking back, I'm convinced I willed my story into existence due to my illness, and we were all punished. Huh. I don't know about this one. I can't tell if she's actually or she's just delusional. I'm not feeling it. And that's not just because I butchered the synopsis, I promise. Let's see. What's the next one? I think that one's gonna stay on a list. Yeah, it's on a list. Okay. Forged in Blood. This one is from my TBR. I know it's a fantasy novel. Actually, the next two are on my TBR. Try not to kick the camera as I stretch out my legs. Alright. This is a 3.8. It is called Forged in Blood by Sadie Kinsid. Don't know how you say her last name. I'm sorry. I'm butchering everything. Awful. I need some more tea in my life. Whee! Good thing I have a teapot right here. I'm a little teapot. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway. It was published in 2024. It's 370 pages. Looks like it's on Kindle Unlimited. It is a dark paranormal / fantasy romance from the best-selling author Sadie Kinsid. Kinsaid? Don't know. Okay. Every few millennia, a child is born. Some say they're marked with a curse. Others claim they possess the power of the ages. Meet Ophelia Hart, lover of classic literature and unicorns. An orphan with nobody in her corner. No family, no friends. But it's her loneliness that fuels her life's ambition to become a social worker and help the forgotten children just like her. For a foster kid with only slightly above average grades, it feels like a pipe dream. Except it seems that someone is looking out for Ophelia after all, when an unexpected opportunity to attend the Montridge University arises. She thinks her life is finally taking a turn for the better. Too bad she comes to the attention of 3 ruthless, arrogant commanders of the Ruby Dragon Society, 3 of the most feared and powerful vampires on campus. So vampires just... Okay. But Ophelia doesn't believe in vampires, or in witches, or magic, or ancient prophecies. Oh, then why did she just say vampires? Until she has no Talk less shit, Jessica. Read more. Okay. Until she has no choice. Little does she know she's about to have her whole world turned upside down. Because there's something about Ophelia Hart. Something that captures not only the attention of the Ruby Dragon commanders, but also their powerful, enigmatic sire, Professor Alexandros Dracos. With no idea of the power running through her veins, Ophelia must learn to trust the very man whom all others fear. And she needs to do it fast, for there are darker forces at work than those at Montridge University, forces that were long ago forged in blood. Okay. Forge and Blood is a book 1 of a trilogy. Books 1 and 2 and on cliffhangers. And book 3 is a happy ever after. Oh, fantasy. It's Wide Shoes. You can see why it was on my TBR. Paranormal romance, obviously with the vampires. 370 pages. I'm getting kind of mid vibes. I don't know if I'm going to pick this one either. Anyone have any opinions? No? What about you, YouTube? No? Just me? Me, myself, and I? That's fine. That's fine. Do. Next. Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf. I have talked about this one as well. I have tried to get Jamie to read it a couple times on here. But he's not interested in it because it's dystopian. So Daggermouth, it's got a 4.4 star rating. It was published in 2025, December of 2025. It's 566 pages. It's on Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited. So again, dystopia, fantasy. I don't know if it's fantasy because it's dystopian or if there's something that like makes it a fantasy novel. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's read the synopsis of this one. Checking again for all of nobody's commented on it. Don't know why I keep checking. I'm crazy. That's why. Let's see. Okay. Someone just dropped something upstairs. He is her ruin. She is his rebellion. The first thing you'll learn in the newfound haven is mercy no longer exists. Showing mercy is a weakness, and weakness will get you killed. The second thing is this. The Veyra are always watching. From the highest glass atrium in the heart to the windowless slum dens of the boundary, no movement goes unseen. Yuck. The last lesson is the hardest, but you must remember it. Love outside your ring is a death sentence. Sorry. The city is carved into rings of privilege and poverty, ruled by the masked elite who will do whatever it takes to hold on to power. Obedience is demanded, rebellion is crushed. Sounds like someplace I know. Grayson Serial has spent his life caught between two worlds. Y'all, I promise you, I graduated. I graduated college. Publicity. I can't. It just fucking won't come out. This is why Jamie has to be here. Is because I can't. Apparently, I've gotten tired enough. I can't read. Okay. Publicly. He is. See, I almost got there. Almost. It's still not correct. He is the flawless heir to the presidency. Okay, so he's going to be president? Privately, he's entangled in secrets that could topple the regime. But when he's forced into a political marriage meant to bind him tighter to the government's brutal laws, he finds himself shackled to a bride who is as lethal as she is unwilling. Sadria is a mercenary raised to kill, not to wed. Yet when her bullet misses its mark, survival leaves her bound to the very man she was set to eliminate. Trapped inside the corrupt heart of the city, she becomes both prisoner and wife. Her every step watched, her every move tested. Their union is no love story, it's a battlefield. As secrets come to light and betrayals fester within the walls of power, Grayson and Sadria must decide between annihilating one another or burning the city to the ground together. In a world where passion sparks rebellion and loyalty is paid for in blood, their force bond may be the spark that ignites a revolution or a fire that consumes them both. Daggermouth is an adult dystopian romance perfect for readers who love true enemies to lovers. The Hunger Games, Marriage of Inconvenience, The Handmaid's Tale, Rise of the Oppressed, and political intrigue that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Daggermouth is book one of a duology. Again, I don't know what makes it fantasy. Um, I do know the only thing I know about this book is that the main characters are in their 30s, which is why I was like, I'm interested. So that is my husband. Should we answer the phone? Hello? Hey, I'm live. Yeah, I'm almost done. I mean, I just read through a list of books that I'm trying to decide what would be good for the next read. I don't know if I could stall that long. I did. I did make food. It's pasta. Okay. It's in the fridge. Well, here's a question. Since I'm on here anyway, how would you decide what? How would you narrow down what book to read? I don't know. I've got a list of 6 books, 7 books, and I'm just not sure which one to use to pop on to for the next installment of spilling my usual tea. Well, none of them are. Most of them are fantasy. There's three. Two of them are not fantasy. The rest of them you can consider fantasy, though I don't know. The one that is a dystopian says it's fantasy, though I don't know if it says fantasy because it's supposed to be dystopian or if it's fantasy because there's magic. Couldn't tell you. All the other ones are very obviously fantasy. Yeah, vampires or what have you. Some kind of magic's involved. The dystopian book is I had it pulled up. Boop a doop. 566 pages. It's got a 4.4 rating. I mean, it's got almost 20,000 ratings. Let's see. Most people rate it 5 star. 64% rated it 5 star, 23 4 star, 3 or 8% 3 star. No, I mean it says 426 people rated it 2 stars, 211 rated it 1 star, but 11,000 people rated it 5 star. I don't know. I can see if it says DNF. The first review that says 1 star says DNF. DNF at 20%. So, well, I mean, it said 20%. That could be the first couple chapters, depending on how long the chapters are. But, I mean, yeah, I haven't. I don't know. I could always pause the stream and get back on when you get on here. But it is also 10 o'clock, and I have to work in the morning. Well, will you take the boys to daycare? Then I can pause this video and wait for you to come home. And we can finish out the video and decide what book we're going to read. Love you. So here's what we're going to do. If you're watching currently, I'm going to put this on a pause, on a break, one might say. And I'm going to flip over the screen to the stream is starting page as kind of a pause page. I don't have a pause stream page like some other creators. I'm not that professional. I was gonna say serious, but I feel like I'm pretty serious about this. As serious as I get to be. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy and paste my list. Cut, copy, and I'm going to post it in the chat. And that way, during said break, people can go ahead and it's not even gonna let me. Oh, it's too many characters for YouTube. And people can look into these books themselves until Jamie gets here. Or not. You can pop off. You can. I mean, I don't know how serious everyone else is about it. I'm pretty serious about my books, though. And I really love finding something new to read. Which is the whole goal. Is I feel a little bit like I'm in a slump, right? We've read a couple kind of shit books that didn't have smut. They're not really what I'm into. You know, we read them for the experience. Well, Ice Planet Barbarians was pretty much on brand for me. But I had already read it. And so I purposely pulled things from like lists that I knew I would enjoy, that I haven't read before, that have a lot of potential, and that I'm really interested in reading and getting to know and seeing if they're worth the hype that some of these other book creators, I'm a book creator, like give out, you know, because you see some people who are just like pushing these books all the time. And then, you know, there are some books that you just have never heard of. And I would like to see what happens. Did you hear that thump? Sounds like a child. So we'll see what happens. So we will get on here. Give me about 10 minutes. And I will be back in 10 minutes. That gives me enough time to kind of like finish my cheesecake so I can stop eating in front of you. And get Jamie home so then we can have a slight discussion about what to read next. Because he asked me about Daggermouth. But he wasn't so interested in the fact that it was 600 pages, which I get. But we also haven't read or don't have a new book for Sneaky Wink yet. And from the looks of it, only 2 people have gone on there and voted. So where the fuck are you? Um, that is live on the poll is live on the Facebook page. If you are part of Sneaky Wink and you have not voted yet, please go vote. You know, for funds, for funsies. Prove to me it's real and vote for the book. We have had a drop in participation when it comes to Sneaky Wink, and so I would like to see that bump up a little bit. I'm looking at the Sneaky Wink page now that I'm talking about it. Whew. And for those of you who are part of Sneaky Wink and happen to be watching this, we are doing the live discussion over Taming Seraphine on this Saturday in person. So please. So, all right, we're going to take a bit of a break, and then we will come back, reconvene, and figure out what we're reading for Spilling My Usual Tea. And when we get back on in a couple days, this is the book we'll be discussing. So I'll be right back. Okay, don't go anywhere. Take a break. Grab a cup of tea. Come get a cup of tea with me. I have an extra cup. You could be over. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back with Jamie. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Love you.
Love you. Do you like that?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So, I'm trying to decide what book to read for the next one. And I've got a list of 6, 7. Now, you've heard me talk about Daggermouth before, which is the dystopian one with the adults.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a few fantasy ones on here. The only other one I think you've heard me talk about is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, because we did briefly talk about that a while ago, and it's the one about the synopsis is like the last letter from a brother. Right? Hey, get out, take care of my sister.
Yeah.
So, that's on the list. The only other one I think you might know something about...
What else did Yarros write?
She wrote Fourth Ring.
Okay.
The only other one I think you might know something about is Flock by Kate Stewart. You looked up some of her books to make merch for.
Kate Stewart.
It's like the Raven Hood series. Kate Stewart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's on the list as well.
Okay.
Some of the other ones that are on the list are Neverkeep. So I'm
That one's pretty popular, isn't it?
I think it is. I think so. Let me look at the rating again for it.
What kind of cheese do you use in this?
What kind of cheese did I use? Parmesan and a garlic herb cream cheese.
Good.
Neverkeep has a 4.03 with 22,000 ratings.
4.03?
So it's 4 stars out of 5.
That doesn't sound promising.
It's was published in 2024. It has 636 pages. So I'm realizing that this might be a little inaccurate because one of these books, Blood and Betrayals, which is on this list, I saw it and then it said it was like 1,000 pages or over 1,000 pages. But then I got on Amazon and it was like, no, it's like 700 pages. So yeah. So it might not be 636. 636 might just be the Kindle version. Might be a little less than that. I wouldn't think too much less, but a little less. But that's Neverkeep. Blood and Betrayals is one I found today doing some research that I thought sounded pretty good. Let me pull it back up. Yeah, it is. Most of these are, actually. Some kind of...
Really?
It's Neverkeep has vampires in it. I think... Let me double check. Blood and Betrayals has vampires in it. And so those both have vampires. Feather So Vicious is a shifter romance. Forged in Blood has vampires in it. And I don't think Daggermouth does. Daggermouth is dystopian. Forged in Blood, Feather So Vicious, Blood and Betrayals, and Neverkeep are all fantasy. And Last Letters and Flock are just fiction.
What kind of shifters are Feather So Vicious?
Raven.
Raven shifters?
Mm-hmm.
Do they turn into like were-ravens, or they just turn into ravens?
They turn into ravens. I don't know. I have actually read Feather So Vicious before, but it's been a while. It's very seriously ravens. It's not
What does that mean?
it's not like satire. It's not supposed to be funny. It's a dark romance, enemies to lovers.
Sounds awful serious.
Well, I mean, as serious as it can be. But what my point is, it's not supposed to be like, they shift into something and then it's supposed to be kind of funny.
Is that usually the case?
Can be. I have heard of some things that are just like, like anything that has to do with tentacles is pretty funny. Some kind of satire, but that's not what this is.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we don't have to read it.
I don't know. I'm just not in the mood to read something serious. I'm just not.
All of these are serious.
All of them are?
All of them
Or
are.
is that what the mood you're in?
Kind of. Because I feel like the last one was so unserious, and then Ice Planet Barbarians was so not serious, and then Hunt the Stars was so fucking mid. I'm kind of like wanting something that kind of delves a little bit more into like character development and plot, but still having that spice. Some of these are a little bit of a shot in the dark, like Blood and Betrayals and Neverkeep. I don't know their plot versus smut ratio in these ones. Feather So Vicious is a little bit more plot driven. Forged in Blood and Daggermouth, again, I'm not sure. A lot of these books I haven't heard much about and had to like and
Let's pick them.
well, I thought they sounded interesting. I know Blood and Betrayals is supposed to be kind of spicy. The people who wrote Neverkeep wrote the Zodiac Academy books. Which I wasn't a total fan of the Zodiac Academy, but those were published so long ago, and they've written so many books since then that I'm hoping that this series has been raved about, the Neverkeep one. So I was hoping that this one would be better. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Some of the common themes are academia, Neverkeep, Blood and Betrayals, Forged in Blood. I think Flocked.
I'm a little bit wore out on like school settings and competition settings.
Okay, well, so none of these.
So it feels like low hanging fruit.
It is. I mean, it is, and that's.
It's like they write about that kind of crap so they don't have to write about real life.
So the ones who aren't like that are Daggerkeep. Flock, I don't think so. I think it does. I can't tell if it is or not. It sounds like it either she has a lot of flashbacks of when she was in school, or I can't tell if she is currently in school. But Daggermouth I know for sure isn't. And Feather So Vicious isn't. And I'm assuming the last letter isn't. Every other book is school. Some kind of like college age.
Oh, it feels like a book about raven shifters. It's kind of like mental masturbation. I like ravens so much.
Okay.
That's what it seems like to me. What does it feel like to you?
I thought it. I thought
You were like, I like ravens so much.
No.
Yeah.
It was just something I'd never heard of.
Mm.
Which usually leads me into these kind of like these rabbit holes of these books because it's like, here's something I've never heard of. Let's see what this is like. And then I get into it.
You know what I think would be cool? Like a, it probably already exists. I'm sure it does, actually. Because I don't think that, like Watership Down, I don't even think Watership Down was a original.
I don't know what that is.
Watership Down with the rabbits.
Mm-mm.
What?
Never heard of it.
Book with the rabbits?
Ringing 0 bells.
Oh, maybe I should write another book like Watership Down.
Maybe.
Not with rabbits. And not with rabbit shifters.
I'm looking. Watership Down, right?
Yeah, it's not a smut book at all.
Well, but
Kind of a young adult book, actually.
never even seen this.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
How long is it?
Published in 1972.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at it on Goodreads. I just did a basic Google
Can't be that
search.
long because I say it's a young adult book, but it's a little dark.
It's a young adult book. It is 478 pages.
Wow. Okay.
Published in 1972.
Mm-hmm.
It has won the Metropoic Fantasy Award nominee in 1975, the Guardian Children's Fiction Prize in 1973, the Audie Award nominee for Best Male Narrator in 2020, Boston Globe Horn...
2020?
Yeah. For Best Male Narrator.
Oh, for like audiobook.
Mm-hmm. Boston Globe Horn Book Award in 1975, California Young Readers Medal for a Young Adult in 1977, the Carnegie Medal in 1972.
Yeah.
So, but no, I've never even heard of it.
It's about rabbits.
I see that. It's labeled as a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
The timeless classic novel of exile, courage, and survival. Interesting.
Watership Down?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll reread it and we can write like a smut book that's Watership Down-ish.
Maybe. Sure. I don't know what I'm signing up for, so I'm down. But I'm trying to decide what book. What?
How many retellings of freaking Hades and Persephone are there?
Too many. So, Spilling Majority.
Mm-hmm.
Book we should read. Book I should read. Us together. We too.
I don't know. We can read the Ravens. How long is the Ravens? I like Ravens.
It is 414 pages.
Wow. It'd be interesting to see how, like the social structure of a Raven shifter.
Do you want me to read you the synopsis?
Sure. Have you read it already?
I have.
Aloud to the audience?
I have. I mean, it says, I think someone's watching, but if it's on Twitch, it's probably our daughter. And she might not even actually be watching at this point. Yeah. Or it's me. Is it me? Am I on Twitch somewhere?
Yeah, you're watching yourself.
I might just be watching myself.
See that Lauren got a puppy?
I did see that. I did.
Or
Good
what?
for them. That's what I said on this live.
Or what if?
Rachel
The
said
dog's
he's.
gonna be this tall.
Rachel said he's gonna be. Rachel says he's already regretting it.
He needs to get rid of it now. Then
I said he could always try to find a
it,
new home.
they should be able to rehome that dog in minutes.
I said, I was like, you're gonna have to potty train a dog again. You guys aren't gonna be going out anywhere anytime soon because of the dog. Oh, now that they have that vacation coming up in September, they're gonna have to find somewhere for the dog to go. I told Rachel she better start taking her allergy medicine because it's a Great Pyrenees and a German Shepherd. They shed a lot. It's just a lot.
It seemed like it could. It always seems like, and I'm not naysaying puppies, or I don't hate puppies, but I don't think people really realize what a responsibility a puppy is.
I mean, they know, but you forget.
Just like babies.
Just like babies. Anyway, this is not.
I loved having babies, and then.
Wouldn't it be so much fun to have another puppy? No.
But it's not like I'm anti-puppy. I just think that they don't really need any more freaking stuff in their life.
I'm anti anything else I have to take care of.
Yeah, totally am. Yeah.
That includes plants.
Oh yeah, totally. Nothing. If I leave it alone and it dies,
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Tamagotchis, throw that shit out the window.
I won't even like if I buy something where I have to oil it. I'm like nah.
No. They're just too much. It's too much for me right now.
It's too much. We got too much stuff going on. Too many babers.
Okay. Oh my god, it's almost 11. Okay. More treacherous than war are the battles within a heart. Perched between branches and shadows, we watch, we scheme, fighting for a kingdom forgotten and forlorn, until we rip her away with our claws, our prisoner, our pawn, our plaything. She's innocent and pure, fragile and helpless, but oh so guilty by blood. She calls us beasts, wicked and evil, vicious and cruel. We are all that and worse. One of us offers her shelter beneath his wings, whispering promises of pleasure, seeking redemption. The other longs to shatter her into a million pieces, whispering promises of pain, seeking revenge. Caught between our feathers, she endures our deranged desires, our secrets, our lies, our twisted plans. Will she surrender to our darkness or fight for a destiny growing ever elusive? Welcome to the court of ravens, little white dove.
No, okay, no.
Okay.
It's garbage. That's garbage.
All right. Next.
Oh my god. Oh, I dodged a bullet. Thank you. Yeah, that's trash.
Okay, so you don't want to read that one.
No.
Okay. And you're do not want to read anything that is academia based.
Not really.
So that leaves The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros and Daggermouth by H.M. Wolfe.
Let's just do Daggermouth.
Okay.
Let's just do Daggermouth. I'll bite the bullet. It's a long book. Got good reviews, right?
I think so.
We haven't really read a dystopian book. I mean, it's a smut book. I mean, I've read dystopian books, but...
Yeah, dystopian spot. It's got a 4.48.
Okay.
With 17,000.
Alright, let's just do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew, man, almost with the raven thing. That would have been horrible. Caught between our feathers. Your break. Got between my toes. So stupid.
You are
Caught within our feathers.
crazy. So
It would have been funnier if it would have been better if it was like caught within our beak. See how stupid that sounds?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Daggermouth came out December 5th of 2025.
Ooh.
It is fairly new. It is on Kindle Unlimited.
Free?
For free.
Okay.
It's 566 pages.
Oh my god.
So
I haven't read anything in a while.
You haven't. I have. I mean, we both read Wife by Contract. That counts as a book.
Yeah, that was a book. I liked it.
Oh, I guess that means I'm on 10 books now.
Oh, you weren't counting that one because you
I think.
you didn't
Let me
think
check
it was a real smut book, but it was.
It isn't. Well, I mean,
If it's got a Harlequin on the edge, it's a smut book.
let me check my Goodreads. See what it says. Nope, it says I've only read 9.
So that includes that one.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm gonna start
8.
tearing them up. I'm gonna start tearing them up. When I'm not tattooing, I'm gonna be reading.
Okay.
I'm gonna be pulling you along.
Pulling me along.
Yeah, I'm pulling you along. We'll read this weird dystopian book. I'll start it tonight.
I accidentally chipped my cup. I'm pretty sad about it.
Again?
The other one.
Sorry, they just aren't very sturdy.
Well, what happened is I was pouring tea, and the lid of this popped off and fell on the cup.
Yeah, they aren't very sturdy. They are made from clay.
Well, so Daggermouth, we will get started, and we will hopefully. So I'm not sure when our next live will be. Usually we do it on Thursdays. I'm a little busy on Thursday.
I'm booked up. I'm beyond booked up. Like,
you aren't tattooing Thursday night, are you?
I would like to, but you have nails down on the schedule. Yeah, you have a nail.
Yep.
I'm saying I would like to do a tattoo on Thursday. I would.
I mean, maybe. The thing is like, we don't need to talk about this on the live. So I'm not sure when we'll do our next. It kind of will just depend
You
on.
want to do a halfway live, like halfway through the book.
We can. If it's interesting enough, though, it won't take me long to get halfway through.
Yeah. I just a little doom and destruction out. Yeah. None of these books that we read, and these fantasies, they're all like epic dramas.
I mean, I can look briefly, real quickly. I'm not gonna read any kind of.
You just don't ever read anything that's uplifting.
Oh well, yeah.
It's always kind of like dragging the main character through the gauntlet.
Pretty much.
I'm being drugged through the gauntlet right now. So I'm like, I don't need that in my life. I don't need excitement in my life. I need like a pep talk.
Nope.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
All right, well, on we go.
On we go.
Dystopian future.
Dystopian present.
Is that what it is? Yeah. I wonder how many. I hope it doesn't end up being some kind of political statement. I hate that crap.
I don't know. But all I know is that we need to pick a book and read it.
Well, we'll pick that book and we're reading it.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Alright, let's go lay in the bed.
Gladly. So you'll see us sometime within the next couple days.
Yep.
To kind of start the discussion on Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf. Huzzah.